Do you have a single friend that you care a lot about? Here's my advice. Love them and support them, but don't try to fix them or their situation because there's nothing wrong with them. In the ancient world, singleness was considered sort of a substandard existence. In fact, in the ancient world, and really in any traditional cultures, which some of you probably grew up in, it was almost just assumed that you would get married. It was, in fact, almost mandatory for women in the ancient world who rarely worked outside of the home. If they wanted their kids to be provided for, if they wanted to be provided for, it was something they had to marry. But along came Christianity that offered a more beautiful alternative to what the world was doing. Here's what one of my favorite historians, Rodney Stark, has to say about it. He says, in the Roman Empire, should they be widowed, Christian women enjoyed substantial advantages to the unbelieving counterparts. He said pagan widows faced great social pressure to remarry. Caesar Augustus even had widows fined if they failed to marry within 2 years. But in contrast, among Christians, widowhood was highly respected and remarriage was, if anything, mildly discouraged. The church stood ready to sustain poor widows, allowing them a choice whether to or not to remarry. Single widows were then more able to be active in caregiving and good deeds in the neighborhood. You see that? Christianity offered a more beautiful alternative to the financial and social pressures to marry or remarry. So I know it's well-intentioned, but maybe don't try so hard to set your single friends up. Try hard just to love and support them. In fact, if you're part of a married couple, don't just invite over married couples for social gatherings. Invite over your single friends too. It allows them to, for instance, see that marriage is a tremendous blessing for some of those who may have become jaded to the idea. It also allows them to see how much work a good marriage takes for those who have almost gotten maybe desperate or romanticized the idea of marriage. Bottom line, if God has called somebody to a state of singlehood, oftentimes it's just best for them to remain in that state. The Apostle Paul said the same thing in 1 Corinthians 7. He said, "To the unmarried and the widows I say, it is good for them to stay unmarried as I do." When Jesus treated men and women as brothers and sisters, he met many of their deepest relational needs. If the rest of us in the church provide a safe support system for Christian singles to just live as they are and meet their relational needs, then Christian singles don't have to feel the need to jump into unhealthy, non-advisable relationships. They can just glorify God right where they are. I can't survive day to day without my daily devotion, and I love good encouragements to do devotions and great insights from God's Word. And so today I want to recommend to you a devotional for the year called Set Free by Grace. Every day you get a wonderful devotion that helps connect God's Word to your day-to-day life. We would love to send you this book for a gift of any donation if you click at the link below. And please make sure to join us tomorrow because we're going to be talking about sex and the single person.